And we shouldn't just be like used to be bred like horses. Okay. So women also have autonomy to say, hey, I want to be a mom and I want to have children and I want to be in that relationship, or I don't. And it's okay if she doesn't. But for the women who do, how do we have the conversation around, I want to be in a relationship, I want to have children. I also know that I need to be dependent to some extent. And if not, then where are those partners who can come in and fill that gap? Aisha, you said something that was super important about your culture. And I love that you said you always knew you were going to be a wife and a mother. You always knew that. And I have a question about that. How did you, I know culturally you had the mindset, first of all, that you know. And when you have the mindset, you manifest that. It's just automatic, right? But um, in your culture, is it that, okay, I know that I'm going to be a wife and a mother, and I'm going, whatever husband I get, I settle with that person and I stay and we work through anything? Or is it more in the culture like, okay, if things aren't working out, I have the right and the option to leave and that's okay? Because I think that that's part of it too. When you have a cultural thing of, I know I'm going to be a mother and a wife, it's because it's expected and everything. And it's a good thing. But also, does it, are the women in general, again, not a monolith, but in general, staying or getting into those situations where they're not actually fulfilled?
Mm. Mm. No, that's a great question, and thank you for asking that question. And I understand that. I think from somebody outside looking in, it's hard to wrap their mind around the fact that, well, if that's the case, does that mean that if you have a relationship, no matter what it is, you stay? But that's also not true, because in culturally, we know that we're going to get married. So when you're a young woman in the family, your parents are raising you definitely to be married to someone one day, because that's also part of legacy building. It's just part of legacy building. So families communicate with each other. It seems like it's an arranged marriage, but it's not, because you go to school, you see people that you like, and then the families come together and then they talk about getting married. Does that mean that when you marry this person, things are going to be perfect? No. But you have that village around you constantly course correcting, helping you, guiding you through life, because we all also understand that things are not going to be perfect, right? It's not going to be perfect. You're going to have the ups and downs. You're going to fall in love one time, fall out of love one time. Sometimes it'll be you and your only focus on your kids while the husband focuses on providing for the family. You're going to have all those nuances that comes to play. But what happens in our culture here is there's this lie that you're supposed to have this perfect life, vacation and everything. So then it skews what you want. So then you think, oh, I need more. I have to be independent. I have to have my own, because you're so scared that they're showing you that it has to be perfect all the time. We know that's not true. That's not real. So that's the struggle we have to fight against, I feel, because culturally, the village is needed to have
Mhm.
that stability and that continuity and that also contentment, where I don't feel like I'm lacking something or I need something, because I know the village is going to support me when the time comes. And I don't have to be by myself.
Yes,
I have to be
yes,
independent.
yes. Now, did you know that there was going to be a man for you?
Yes, I
Because
knew.
in the
This is why
culture,
I
it
was
seems like
raised.
you're geared
Yes,
for marriage and they
yes.
are too.